Hey y'all, I'm Rylan. Welcome to my channel. I am currently at home for Thanksgiving break, so I decided to start a reading vlog for the week. I don't have a ton of plans while I'm at home aside from on Thanksgiving Day spending time with my family, and then on Black Friday probably going shopping. So I plan, fingers crossed, to get a lot of reading in this week. So I decided to start a vlog to help keep me motivated this week as I try to read 3 or 4 books before I go back to school next Monday. It is currently Tuesday. So my goal is to film once or twice a day up until Sunday. And I'll be able to edit and upload the video when I go back to school. But yeah, that is my plan. I am currently in the middle of several books, so I'll go ahead and talk about them really fast, and we'll go into more detail later on as I continue reading them because I'm not very far into any of these at the moment. But I am currently reading The Devil Wears Kilts by Suzanne Enoch. This is a historical romance. I am 28 pages into it so far. It's fine, I have no opinions on it yet. Historical romance is a genre that I started reading at the very end of last year, and I'm still very new to it. So I'm slowly building up my collection of these mass markets and trying to get through the ones that I have. So I picked up this one. I believe that it's gonna be very fun. It's gonna have some enemies to lovers and like the Grump vibes, and I cannot wait to see what happens in this one. I have also started reading All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata on my Kindle for the romance book club that I co-host. The link to that book club will be in the description down below if you want to join us next year, or I guess in December as well, for our next month's pick. Again, I'm like 3% into it and I literally have no opinions. Once I get further into these two, I will share synopses. I never know the plural of that word, but I will give like a description of what they're about. But as of right now, I literally don't know anything about either of these two. But I'm also in the middle of 2 other books, and I'm technically about to start another one. So let me grab those really fast. Okay, so I love a good manga. So yesterday I went to the library and I got Remina by Junji Ito. This is a horror manga about this planet that has been discovered, and for some reason it is like destroying every other planet in the galaxy, and everyone thinks they're about to die because the planet is coming for Earth next, and that's about as far as I've gotten so far. I'm like that far into it. Love it so far. Definitely very creepy. The art is beautiful as always. I'm a sucker for like this hardback like formatting. I don't know. It's great. I've only read Uzumaki by Junji Ito, but I definitely want to read more, especially after finishing this one. This is definitely an author that I want to read more from. Back in August, an author gifted me a copy of his new book. It's a young adult dystopian. I was very excited to read it, and I should have read it in August or September when I first got the book, but I didn't do that, so I'm reading it now. And that book is called Skid Kids. Well, again, only 42 pages into it, so I really don't have any thoughts aside from the fact that it's like a YA dystopian. Like, it's fine so far, not my favorite, but hopefully as I get into it, it'll pick up. I'm sure it will. So I'm hoping to finish this one by the time I go back to school, just because I feel really bad and I really need to get a review up of the book. And I've been slacking on that. So I'm currently reading this one as well. And then finally, I planned to read a ton last night, but my plans kind of changed, so I didn't get to read it all. So I marked on my Goodreads that I started reading Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. I didn't actually start it yet, but I do plan to start it today. I saw it on Libby and decided to get the physical copy instead if my library had it, and they did. So this is an office romance. I believe it's enemies to lovers or forbidden love because it's like her boss. Like, yeah, wanting him is taboo, needing him is undeniable, and his long-awaited touch will weaken Easton's resolve and reveal what should stay hidden. So I know it's an office romance, and I think it's like kind of forbidden love too. So I am really looking forward to this one. I love Penelope Douglas. Punk 57, Birthday Girl, were both amazing. Credence, I've read that one as well, and I didn't love that one as much only because I didn't like who she ended up with. I forget the main character's name, but I didn't like who was endgame for her. I liked somebody else more, but it's fine. It's okay. So very excited to pick up this today, hopefully within the next few hours or so. My goal is to finish Remina today. This is my main goal, but I do also want to get farther into all of these books and hopefully finish them by Sunday when I go back to school. So will I read more than these 4 books? That would be awesome, but it's obviously Thanksgiving week here in the States, and I do have plans a few of those days, but I'm doing live sprints in a couple of hours with some of my friends, so hopefully that will be very productive. Yeah, and I'll get a lot of reading done. That was a very, very, very long intro, and I apologize, but I will update you all once I've made progress on one of these books, like significant progress. I'll probably wait until I finish Remina. That's my first goal for today, and then I'll update y'all on my thoughts on this one, and then maybe later today as well if I end up reading a bunch of one of these other books. So yay. All right, y'all, I have a little bit, adjust the camera, I think. I have a little bit of a vlog update. I did go ahead and knock out Remina yesterday. I gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it. Junji Ito is very much into body and cosmic horror, I believe, are the 2 like terms for the subgenre that he tends to write, and honestly it was like kind of gross at times, but I also really enjoyed it and want to read more from him. I think some of this art is so beautiful. I love this one at the end of the book that's in color. Like, how stunning is that? It's terrifying, but like it's beautiful. So I've now read Uzumaki and now Remina, and both were 4 stars for me, so that's pretty great. I have already downloaded 2 more of his mangas onto my Kindle from Libby, so hoping to pick those up before I go back to school on Monday. If not, I'll read them next week at some point, because they are super quick to get through, and they're fun, and they're engaging, and they're creepy and fascinating, and I really want to read more. So I finished this yesterday. I was also talking about how I had started reading a historical romance, and I finally made progress in it. For a few days there, I was so not interested, like before I started this vlog. I was so, yeah, I wasn't feeling it, but I continued to push through it a little bit just because I knew that I needed to give it more time to grab my attention, and it 100% has. I am now 117 pages into it and would love to finish it today if possible. We'll see. I'm listening to the audiobook as well while reading it physically, and so I think I have like 6 hours left of the audiobook, but I'm listening to it at 2 times speed, so I should finish it in like 3 hours. So can I finish it today? That would be awesome, but I do have other books and I'm still trying to read. To give a little synopsis about this one, this book is about this guy. His name is Ranulph. Yeah, and he's this big Scottish giant of a man, and he comes to London to protect his sister, make sure she's safe as she does her entrance into society as a woman. So her and like a family friend, they are going to all these balls and these dances, and they're meeting people and just getting introduced into the society. And he is like the lord of this really big clan back in Scotland, so he feels that he needs to make sure that, you know, everyone that he's around stays safe while he's there. So he's doing that while this other woman, the sister or like the daughter of their family friends, is there, and she isn't married, she is single. She's a little bit older than everybody else who was being introduced into society at that time. She's unmarried, which is not common for somebody of her age, and she's not afraid to argue. And so they have this enemies to lovers thing going on, but like there's definitely an attraction between them, and I just can't wait to see where it goes. So hopefully this will end up being a 4 or 5 star read for me. Right now it's like 4 stars, but I have had almost no 4 and 5 star reads this month. So if this stays at 4 stars, I'll be super happy. Most of my books have been 2 and 3 stars this month, so that's really sad, but it's fine. We're fine. But this one is definitely shaping up to be a great one, so I cannot wait to continue it and hopefully finish it today. I've also been reading the other books, but like haven't made enough progress to where I feel like I want to share about them. So if by tonight I have more of an update, I will hop back on and update you all on the other books that I'm reading. I don't plan to start anything new today, unless I end up grabbing a manga, just to kind of filter in between reading all of my other stuff. But as of right now, that's all I have. I am about to go film another video for my channel, so that's exciting. After that, I plan to read some more and do a teeny bit of homework that I have. So I will hop back on later when I have another update. Hey y'all, so it has been a few days since I've uploaded this vlog. Thanksgiving has happened, Black Friday has happened, and it is now Saturday, and I am back and ready to update you all. I actually have read a ton since my last vlog update, which I think was Wednesday. So I'm feeling really good. My goal is to finish 3 books today because I'm like over halfway through all of them. But let me talk about what I'm reading still, and update you all on my progress on those books. I did finish Devil Wears Kilts on Wednesday, gave it 4 stars, really enjoyed it. I just think historical romance is so fun, and it's just so engaging too once I get into them. So I really ended up enjoying this one. I have the second one in the series, I believe, somewhere in this apartment, so I'm going to find it and read it eventually. But yeah, I really enjoyed this one, thought it was a very strong start to the series, and cannot wait to eventually pick up the second book and see which characters from this one are in that one. I am also now 70% of the way through Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. I don't know why I thought this was an office romance. It is not an office romance. I think the cover just kind of misled me, which I don't know why. Like, I just assumed that it was an office romance because it's not. But Easton, who is our main character, we follow her. She's a high school teacher, and the main guy, his name is Tyler, and he is running for senator. Like, they're both very busy people, and they have this chemistry between them. She is teaching Tyler's son, Christian, so not sure what's gonna happen with that once everything gets revealed, because we all know that the relationship is not going to be secret for very long. But I'm almost done with it. I am really liking it. Penelope Douglas just really has a way of getting to me. I love all of their books. I have not seen this one around, as I've already mentioned, but I can't believe that I haven't, because I am flying through it. And not only am I flying through it, but I'm also loving it. This might be one of my new favorites from Penelope Douglas. I don't think anything can beat Birthday Girl for me. And Punk 87 was also super good. I gave that one 4 stars, but this one's probably also going to be 4 stars, maybe 5, depending on what happens in this last little bit. So my goal is to finish this one today, and I will update you all. I will do another vlog update tonight, because I need to wrap this vlog up by tomorrow, because tomorrow is Sunday and I drive back to school on Monday, so I want to have all the clips done by tomorrow. Also, my voice sounds very scratchy. I just woke up a little bit ago and I haven't really talked this morning yet, so y'all are going to hear my voice wake up a little bit. So, but anyway, yeah, planning to finish this one today. I am also 75% of the way through Skid Kids. This is a young adult dystopian about these mutants who are treated very poorly by the humans, by the people on Earth. And there's like this rollerblading team thing that happens every year, and mutants have a chance to like win their freedom or whatever, by competing in it and winning. It's fine. I'm not loving it, but it's holding my attention enough to like make me keep going. But I don't know, I'm not loving it, and I feel bad about that. A part of me feels bad about that, but I'm also here for the honesty, because I did offer to read this book and give it an honest review, so that's what I'm doing. I'm thinking it's gonna be 3 stars right now. It's fine. Nothing super exciting in my opinion. A little bit repetitive. The writing is very choppy and stilted at times, but like I'm still interested enough to keep going, if that makes sense. I only have like 90 pages left, so it should be pretty easy to finish this one today. I'm also still reading All Roads Lead Here. I've been making very, very, very slow progress on that book, and I'm enjoying it just fine, but it is also very, 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 very much a slow burn romance, and I don't love slow burn all the time. I love slow burn, I should say. Okay, rewind. I love slow burn, but when it's slow burn for like 500 pages, I'm not here for that. This book is like 570 pages long, I think, and I'm 200 pages in, 250 pages in or something, and like nothing's happening between the two characters. There's stuff happening in the book, and I am very much engaged with that stuff, but the romance is like just so small right now, and I just need it to pick up a little bit. But everyone loves Mariana Zapata. I've not heard one bad thing about that author's books. So hopefully I still end up enjoying it by the time I reach page 570, whatever. Everybody in the book club that I'm reading it for, which I'll have linked in the description down below, has given it 5 stars. And I'm not leaning toward 5 stars right now, but we'll see what happens. I did not mention this on Wednesday because I wasn't planning on starting this book this week, but my audiobook that I had borrowed from Hoopla through my library, my hold on this book is going away tomorrow. So I wanted to finish it or start it really fast because I knew that if I didn't start it, my audiobook would be on hold again for weeks. So I started reading The Night She Disappeared by Lisa Jewell. I love Lisa Jewell. Her thrillers, I've enjoyed all the ones that I've read so far, and I think it's only been 2, but I really liked them both. I read 50% of this book in 2 sittings yesterday, so I am really, really happy about that. This is a thriller following 3 timelines from 3 different perspectives about this girl named Tallulah who goes missing without a trace. Her and her boyfriend go missing, and it's been like a year since they've been gone in the present timeline, the 3rd timeline that we're following, and clues are finally being brought up again, and the investigation has reopened, and they're hoping that they can find out what happened to Tallulah and her boyfriend Zach, because they have a baby together, and Tallulah's mom Kim knows that there's no way that they would have just like left their baby because they really loved that kid, and so she thinks that something really bad has happened to them, and now that the case is reopened up, she has hope that they will find out what happened to them, even just to like get some answers, although she is hoping to actually find her daughter. I thought it was gonna be very confusing following 3 different timelines, but it's not. Once I got into it a little bit, I really just boom, like got captivated by what was going on. The first timeline is the year before Tallulah goes missing, and that's like the events building up to that night when that stuff happens and she's gone. So the second timeline is like that time, like right as and right after she has gone missing, and then the 3rd timeline is like a year or 15 months after she goes missing, and like as the case reopens up. So we follow Tallulah, Kim, which is Tallulah's mom, and then a woman named Sophie who finds things that reopen up the case. So I haven't finished it yet, and I've heard the ending is very ambiguous and it's not for everybody, but I'm hoping I love it. But my goal is to finish this one early today and then film a quick review of the book just to have more content to upload to my channel. So yeah, so those are all the books that I'm reading right now. Still, I plan to finish three of them today, so I will update you all tonight once I've made that progress and finished, hopefully, those 3 books. And then tomorrow I will wrap up this vlog and start editing it. That way I can upload it to my channel sometime next week. So yeah. Hey y'all, it is time for my vlog update and wrap up. I meant to film another clip last night, but then I decided I wasn't really feeling it at the moment. So it is now time for my wrap up for this vlog. Last night or yesterday, I finished 3 books. I finished The Night She Disappeared, Skid Kids, and Misconduct. I gave The Night She Disappeared 5 stars, absolutely loved it. This is the 4th Lisa Jewell book I've read. I've also read The Family Upstairs, Watching You, Invisible Girl, and now this one. All of the books that I've read by Lisa Jewell have been 4 or 5 stars. So Lisa Jewell is quickly becoming one of my favorite authors, and I definitely want to read more from her backlist next year. I own several of her books, but haven't read any of them, and like from her backlist, and I want to kind of make that a priority next year, reading more of like my favorite authors' backlists. So I definitely plan to read more from Lisa Jewell, hopefully soon. I don't know, I think most of the books that I do have by her are currently in storage, so I don't have access to them yet, but hopefully I will early next year. So anyway, I loved this one. I also finished Skid Kids. I gave that book 3 stars. I don't know if it was like actually 3 stars, but that was what I went with in the moment. I wrote a review on it. It's on my Goodreads. I am very grateful for the author to have sent me a physical copy of the book to read and review. It was fine. It kept me engaged. The chapters were short, which were all nice. The characters were interesting. I just wasn't a huge fan of the writing. I thought it kind of decreased the intensity of a lot of like the big moments in the plot because it was just so choppy and awkward. Like there would be these huge things happening and the characters would say like one word in their dialogue, and it was just, I don't know. It's fine. I finished it, gave it 3 stars. I actually ended up giving it to somebody else, so that's good. Hopefully other people enjoy it. And finally, I finished Misconduct by Penelope Douglas. Gave this book 4 stars. I really enjoyed it. The beginning was a little bit slow for me, but it quickly picked up and I couldn't help but fall in love with Tyler and Easton. I always get so attached to Penelope Douglas's characters, and this book was no different. Like I've already mentioned, I've never seen this book around on social media before, so I am hyping it up. I actually returned it to my library today, so I don't have the physical copy with me anymore, but I really enjoyed it and would totally recommend if you're looking for a good kind of like forbidden, kind of an age gap romance. So I really enjoyed that one. Those are the 3 books that I finished yesterday. I am also now 80% of the way through All Roads Lead Here, and I'm officially obsessed with it. I'm hoping to finish it tonight if I have time. I'm packing to go back to school in the morning and need to do some other things, but hopefully, fingers crossed, I can finish it because I just want to see what happens. All Roads Lead Here, sorry, there's a blender going on in the background, is an age gap romance between Aurora, who has recently moved back to Colorado, where her and her mom lived before her mom passed away, and her landlord is this man named Tobias Rhodes, and he is very much a grump. So this is also a grump sunshine trope in the book, and I'm absolutely loving it. It is so slow burn, and I didn't like that at first because like I can only take so much of it before it just needs to, you know, hurry up. But I'm actually really enjoying this. It is so much more than just a romance, so I wouldn't necessarily consider it a romance. I would consider it more contemporary fiction with romantic elements in it, but the romance is still very much present, especially at this point in the story for me, so cannot wait to see how that one ends. And before I wrap up this vlog and start editing it, I did go to the bookstore today. I went to Half Price Books in Barnes & Noble. I sold some books at half price, so cleared some space in my apartment room, and I bought one book while I was there. I wanted to get it on Book of the Month, but it's sold out, and I don't know much about this book. It isn't very popular on social media from what I have noticed, but it takes place in a town very close to where I'm from in Ohio. So I thought that was very cool, first of all. It's also a mystery thriller type of thing, and I'm very much in the mood for those after finishing The Night She Disappeared. So I grabbed it. The cover is also very pretty, which helps. And that book is called Not That I Could Tell. This is about a missing person in this very small town where things don't generally happen, and secrets come to pass, and they're just trying to find this missing person that somehow, like, something went wrong. I don't know. So it sounds very good. I'm gonna read the little blurb at the top. Drinks in hand, a group of neighborhood women gather around a fire pit to enjoy a Saturday night of laughter and shared secrets. The single newcomer, the imperfect mom, the newborn parents, the military wife, the almost divorcee. By Monday morning, one of them is gone. An innocent night of fun has shocking repercussions. And Not That I Could Tell, the next page turner from Jessica Strasser. So it sounds like it has Pretty Little Liar vibes, and I loved that TV show. So I have pretty high hopes for this. It doesn't have a super great rating on Goodreads, but that's okay with me. I'm still going to read it eventually. And I also went to Barnes & Noble, like I mentioned, and I bought another Penelope Douglas book because I am on a binge lately from this author. In my book haul that I uploaded last week, I had just purchased Punk 57 by them, and I was walking around at Barnes & Noble today looking at the book talk table because every time I go in, I go straight to Book Talk because I want to see if they have any of like the good picks from Book Talk, and they actually were doing better on their Book Talk selection. Not super great, but definitely better than what's been in the past when I walked in. But anyway, I walked to the romance section as well and saw this one, and I grabbed it. I actually read this book last year or early this year, and I didn't love it, but that's mostly because I was angry. I've already mentioned this in this vlog actually. I was angry about who Tiernan ended up with. I wanted her to be with somebody else, but I think if I read it again, which I do plan to read, I think I will appreciate it more, and I also really want to annotate it. I loved this book up until like the very end. I was obsessed with it. I flew through it so fast, and I was just mad like during this last little bit because I loved one of the other characters, and it doesn't matter, I'm not going to spoil anything, but I was just sad with the ending. So I'm going to give it another chance, reread it, and I'll probably appreciate it more, and it won't be as much of a shock to me because, you know, I've already read it. So I bought this one today at Barnes & Noble. That is basically all I have for this vlog. It was a little bit rushed. I read a lot this week, and I'm very much excited about that. I wanted to do more filming for this specific video just because I was at home and didn't have a ton of work to do, and that didn't exactly happen, but that's okay. I love a good reading vlog. This definitely helped me stay motivated to finish these books before I went back to school on Monday, which is tomorrow. So I'm very excited about this. I think that's all I have to say. Thank you all so much for watching this vlog, and I will see you all in the next video.